Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants beat the Braves today 4-1. They win this series 2-1, and that is an accomplishment because the Braves are a pretty powerful team. The Giants had Carlos Rodon starting today. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 run. That run wasn't earned, and boy, this year that Rodon's having, this all-star year, just the way he's just one of the team leaders right now. If the Giants were in the wild card race, it would just be, if he were starting key games, we'd really be seeing that effect. And obviously he'd start game 1 of their first playoff series if they could make it there. Logan Webb would be another candidate. I would still speculate that Webb would have gone to the second spot, particularly since Rodon was selected as an all-star and is probably getting the most attention. But as it is, they're not in the playoff race. And Rodon's pitching, while it would be phenomenal for winning key games if this were a postseason stretch, unfortunately it is not. So the Giants can only hope to re-sign him, and that 2023 will be just as good of a year for him, and that the team as a whole, will be able to be better in 2023, and they'll be able to get to the postseason that year. Anyway, back to the game after the 5 innings. Tyler Rogers took over, went 1 1/3, then Scott Alexander came in, got a couple of outs. John Brebbia pitched a scoreless 8th, and Camilo Doval recorded another save. And Doval, he's just been a big pitcher for the Giants this year too. I mean, he's gotten a lot of saves. He's been good. And Scott Alexander too, we've seen only a little bit from him, but he's been very effective as a lefty reliever out of the bullpen. I've got to keep saying it when we keep seeing things from him. So we're going to have to see how he is in 2023. I believe the Giants have him under club control for that year. And then too, if the 3-batter minimum rule goes away, which I did hear from Dan Evans, who was a former general manager for the Dodgers. I heard from Evans that the 3-batter minimum rule may be going away. Don't ask me right now how I got in contact with him. That's really beyond the scope of this video, but that's what Evans thinks, that he doesn't like the 3-batter minimum rule, and he wants it to go away. He thinks it might be. But back to the Giants scenario. If the 3-batter minimum rule goes away in 2023, is Scott Alexander's role going to be a lefty specialist, one lefty batter, or maybe if 2 or 3 come up in a row, he'll occasionally face those. But if there's like one real good lefty batter on an opposing team, that might be Alexander's role in 2023, since he's a lefty pitcher, to get that really good lefty out, and that's all he does. And it might be, even if he can continue to get right-handed hitters out, it might be as much to conserve his energy and bring him into as many games as possible to face the top lefty hitter for opposing teams. It might be as much about that as just to put him only against the hitters he's most effective against. It's like a lot of that sometimes with a lefty specialist is saving him for the best left-handed hitter. It's not so much you wouldn't trust him to get some right-handed hitters out. But we'll see what Scott Alexander does next year for the Giants. I'm assuming that they'll be bringing him back, and it'll be interesting to see if he can pitch well if they're in a playoff race next year, which would be a good thing. Now on offense, Austin Wynns had 2 RBI singles for the Giants. J.D. Davis had an RBI double. Seen some production from Davis since he came over from the Mets. But you also feel a little bad for Davis. I mean, he was with the Mets, which are a team that's going to be in the postseason for sure. Then he had to come over to the Giants, and they're not going to make the postseason. So I would say he's been a productive player at times for the Giants. Hit some home runs, and today it was a double. But, you feel a little bad for him the way he had to switch teams here. So the Giants win this series against the Braves. Their next task will be a series against the Dodgers. Last time they played the Dodgers this year, let's hope that they can win a series against them. I mean, they've got to win this series. It's just got to happen. It's time for that. If they don't, I don't even know what to say. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you have not. Also, please comment or email me at gabrielvaughn89@gmail.com. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.